What's this? Why do you need it? And how do you get it? This is an international driving permit, and you'll need one if you're planning on driving to Europe after Brexit on March 29th or April 12th or May 22nd, whenever Brexit's going to happen. Anyway, I'm not going to moan about Brexit on this video. So I'm going on a road trip to Italy in the summer, and there are a few things I need to think about, and I thought I would tackle this one first. So what is it? It's something you need to carry with you as well as your driving license to show that you can drive, and you'll need to show it to the police or carabinieri or whoever you might meet on your trip. I actually had to have one of these when I went to the States as well, to drive there. So it's nothing new. What's new for us in England, Britain, is that we need one because of Brexit. So how do you get it? This is a bit tricky because it used to be that you could get them online from the AA, but you can't do that anymore, and I don't know why. You'd think the government would be making this kind of thing easier, but I suppose they must have learnt bureaucracy from the EU, if nothing else. So that's what we've got. Anyway, you have to go to the place everyone dreads. Specifically, you've got to hope that the post office even has these. So you should check beforehand. And in fact, you can go onto the post office website and you can look there. So what do you need? You need your driving license. You need your passport pictures, and you need £5.50. You know what £5.50 looks like. You can do it on someone else's behalf if you need to. So, for instance, I got one for me and one for my wife. So what happens when you get there? This is the fun part. If you're typically English like me, you'll want to go at a really quiet time. Otherwise, just watch everyone's faces in the queue. They'll drop the moment it looks like you're not just posting something like an eBay parcel. Their faces will drop, and they'll see you go up to the counter, and they'll see that the person behind the counter, they have to go off and get a box and all that, and they'll be staring at you, and you'll feel it. The person at the post office counter, they'll get out of their seat, they grab a big box with a pen, and they'll look a bit confused. Even though they've probably done quite a few of them, they'll still look a bit confused. If you want, you can turn around and just meekly apologise to everyone in the queue, but that's optional. So they'll ask you where you're travelling, and this is quite important because there's one for most of Europe, and then there's a different one for Spain and Cyprus, I believe. So anyway, you get the right. They'll give you the right one. They'll get your photo and they'll stick it in the book with a glue stick. It's all very high tech. So they just stick that in there, and then they'll look at your driving license. So they just write out your address, your name and address, and then they'll get you to sign it. Oh, and then they stamp it a few times. The stamps are very important. This is much harder to fake, surely. But anyway, it's what we have. So it takes about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on whether you've got a normal person or a sloth behind the counter. Is it sloth or is it sloth? Who knows? And that's it. And then they give it back to you, and then you're the proud owner of one of these. After that, you run out of the post office as quick as you can, and you'll feel guilty for the rest of the day about wasting everyone's time. So that's kind of the easy bit, or at least for me, that's the relatively easy bit, because next up I've got to worry about my dog, because I'm taking the dog with us. And so there's, I'll do another video about that. And then I didn't know this, right? Okay, but I was just looking on the website, the Gov website, and it says about road traffic accidents in the EU. I'll put the link beneath this video. This is a fun bit. This may involve bringing the claim in the local language. Wow, that'll be fun. I should have been better at French at school. Just comment in the video below if you want me to, if I've forgotten anything or you want me to go through anything else. And next up there'll be a video about my dog. And anyway, I hope this is helpful. I'll speak to you again soon.